Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from T.W White Sons. Okay, here we have a very special car. Not that all our cars aren't special, but this particular one, it's an MX-5 Powershift. So this is the automatic, the 6-speed automatic version with the folding retractable hardtop. Now this particular car, I believe I've known for about 6 or 7 years now. It's done 53,000 miles. It's got a full documented service history, which I'll share with you in a moment, and it's in beautiful condition. Now I knew the previous two owners personally. They are both enthusiasts. The gentleman who brought this in this morning, he's gone away in another MX-5. So very happy with the brand. And he's in his sort of later years of life where he's enjoying life and, you know, buying himself a few toys, etc. And very much the same for the owner before that. Now, as I say, the previous owner, very well known to us. I've been in the Mazda game for about 23 years now, and at the same dealership for about 12 or 13 of those years, so I've got to know the customers pretty well. But every time he buys a car from ourselves, he almost makes it better than it is than when we sold it to him. And I don't mean in terms of condition and stuff, but he always sort of details the car, and he'll put a few accessories on it and just make it, you know, personalise it a bit like this grille, a bit like the painted calipers, which is nice because the untreated metal, they look a bit funny. It's also colour coded the bottom of the sill there, which I think is a very tasteful upgrade to the car. He also put brand new Avon tyres all round. They are Avon, yes, they are Avon. But yeah, this is a really nice car. We don't get many like this, or they're rusty. And we don't really get the power shifts. Automatics more in demand now than they were when these were new. Therefore, sort of demand has outstretched supply. But this is a particularly nice car. There's no doubt you could get a cheaper one, but it won't be with this sort of history and condition. And I think if you are an MX-5 owner, you are looking for a nice example, something you could maybe sort of clean and maintain rather than restore. And as I say, these are, what's this now, 15 years, coming on 15 years old now, but this is lovely. Now this car has come in as is, it's not even been cleaned, but as I say, I wasn't worried about that because the car is lovely. Now the Powershift is based on the Sport Tech, okay, so the facelifted Sport. So you've got the different rear lights, front and rear bumpers are slightly different, the interior's a little bit more modern. Now this car, and this is a bit scary that I remember this, original number plate was LC60 LFT, okay, but the previous previous owner, surname was Knightley. He always put number plates on his car with a K. I think that's a nice number plate, to be honest. I'm not really into number plates, but being a 6-digit one, I think it's quite tasteful. OKZ, don't know, might be initials, who knows. Right, now, interior's all very nice. Now, remember what I was saying about little upgrades? You've got illuminated scuff plates. You've got that MX-5 carbon effect accessory that goes over a grille there. The one touch hood roof release has been upgraded. So normally you have to sit in the car and hold your finger on the button, but let me show you. I think you might have to turn them on though. Oh no, wrong button. There you go. Press that button once so I can get out of the car. Normally I'd have to sit in the car and show you this, but look at that. Look at the roof go up. Isn't that fantastic? So that was an accessory as well. I remember when he traded it in, he had to run me through all the bits he'd done, and that was one of them, and I thought that was particularly good. Now, if you are looking at these cars, these Mark IIIs, they often bubble up here on the tonneau covers because that's made, or the deck lid, the hood lid, because this is made of a plastic, and they normally there's corrosion. The plastic deteriorates and bubbles in the paint. This has got none of that. So when you are looking at these, you know, if you don't buy these, but there's a little tip for you. Okay. Now I'm going to open the boot up. Now, whether the hood is up or down, the boot space stays the same, which is unusual for a lot of cars that have got retractable hardtops. They normally take up space in the boot, but this doesn't. Okay. The boot also has a the car also has a rear strut brace. That was another one of the upgrades. And also, look, little Mazda badge there. Okay. Let's have a look. So you got the black leather interior, you got the Bose stereo. 53,168 is the mileage. Car starts on the button, as you'd imagine. You've got cruise control, paddle shifts, Bose stereo, 6-speed auto gearbox. Now, I know people out there will say, "What do you need an automatic gearbox for a sports car?" Do you know what? I think people that say that probably haven't driven one of these. It's got 6 gears. You've got paddle shifts. If you're living in and around London, or you're going to use this as your daily driver, I couldn't change gear as quickly as this. They're reliable and they're quick. This is a quick car. In fact, when I drove it here, I thought, I feel like this is quicker than the current model. Maybe it's my imagination. Maybe it's more of a raw feel. Now, service history. Let me show you. So it started off life at MKG Mazda in Twickenham. They're still going. I actually know the owner. Back in Feb 2011. Then Littlewick Green Mazda, Maidenhead. So they're not that far from them. So the first owner must have lived around there. And then it's 12, 13, 14 back to MKG Mazda for servicing. Then T.W White Sons, we've acquired it in 2021. So sorry, I've known the car 4 years. Right, and then we've done servicing 21, 22, 23, 24, 23 and 24. Look at that. Last service at 53,019 miles. How about that? So just recently serviced, okay? But we'll still put it through our workshop, make sure anything that needs doing is done and that it's tickety-boo. All right? So this is a lovely, lovely example. Oh, there's a CD in here. Oh, a CD lens cleaner. Haven't seen one of them in a few years. Locking wheel nut. And the original books. So I'm a bit of a car enthusiast. I've got a few old classic cars. I'd be looking for something like this if I was going to have a car like this. I'd still want to use it, but I'd want the best I can get for my money, and I think this is definitely a contender. I don't think you'll get much better than this with the history and condition. Okay, all the air conditioning works as it should, and as I say, we are a Mazda dealer, so a lot of these will be sold from non-Mazda dealers, so they won't have the 12-month warranty that we supply. It won't have the rigorous 101 point check which we do on the vehicles, so the prep standards and the warranty coverage will be that much better. Okay, you also get roadside assistance for 12 months, which is home start and European cover. Okay, so if there's anything you'd like to know about these cars, because I know anyone watching this probably is a bit of an enthusiast. By the way, that's not the dash flashing, that's just my camera. They probably are a bit of an enthusiast, so any questions, just pick up the phone, drop us an email. We will come back to you ASAP, as quickly as possible. And as I say, we know this car really well, so hopefully we can answer any of your questions. Now, we're a 7-day-a-week business. We don't mind responding out of hours, so just get in touch. Pick up the phone. If it's out of hours, leave a voicemail. We get notified of them. We will call you back. Okay? Part exchange is extremely welcome, regardless of make, model, age, mileage or condition. We want your part ex. You'll get the best deal with a part exchange, despite all that hype you hear about. We want your part exchange. Okay? So I want to thank you for watching the video. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share, and do look at our reviews, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.